let's dovetail this into the California discussion, though. Kind of big announcement from the governor this week. Thoughts?
I mean, you guys are looking at the EV charger market as well. I want to hear what you think.
That's your cue, John.
That's my cue. I don't think it's going to happen.
Ooh. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I don't think that for those markets it's technically feasible in the time frame that's been discussed, or you'll end up with all kinds of crazy market manipulations where, so for instance, in Texas and another market, I'm going to use an analogy that I think is going to seem pretty strange here. In Texas and some other markets, the building code requires fairly low gallon per flush toilets in new construction.
Right.
A lot of people get around that because they keep if they're renovating a home or they tear something down, they actually keep the old toilets. They get their certificate of occupancy. They go out of state. They buy toilets and bring the higher gallon per flush toilets back because, they're worried that their low gallon per flush won't work, whatever the case may be, right? I think the same thing could end up true here, is that even if you could enact this law, people are going to go over state lines. They're going to register their cars in other states. And then just broadly, okay, so last PG&E rate case is 20 through 2022. CAISO, you're talking about 3-year rate cases. They're basically locked in until 2022. They've had a hard enough time getting the infrastructure spend to accommodate what they already have. You've basically got 2 of those rate cases left. Like, what are the chances that Northern California in particular completely fixes its infrastructure problem and then installs all the new infrastructure that's necessary to accommodate basically changing peak demand hours? And, okay, they're decommissioning Diablo Canyon. Those peaker plants they're importing power as it is. I know Kevin has written a lot about that. I mean, like, I want to believe, and sometimes technological progress happens a lot faster than we think it will, but I don't buy. I think it speeds up trajectory, but I don't think it happens the way that he described in the timeline he described.